Hello everyone and welcome to the GenAIScript channel. My name is Peli and today I will talk about using images in your prompts. So many models today are multimodal. They support not only text but images and also audio, and today we're going to focus on images. All right, so in GenAIScript, if you want to go in the docs, go ahead and search for images. If you scroll down, you'll see that there's the general page about how to work with them, and the gist of it is that there's a helper function called def images that lets you add a number of files in the context, and these files may be images. And then we support a number of options to control how many tokens it's going to cost you. So in OpenAI, you have a low setting which shrinks the image to a square, and that gives you a stable number of tokens, or you can decide to slice and dice it as you want. All right, let's take a look at that with an example. So I'm going to switch to Visual Studio Code. I'm here in VS Code. I went to the extensions and search for GenAIScript. So it's installed. And the goal of this exercise is to fix this page. So we have a small little HTML page here that has a single image. And if I open this page in the browser, you can see that it renders. But if I look at the debugger, you can see that there's an accessibility issue here because the image doesn't have an alt text. So a screen reader won't be able to describe the image. All right, so let's go and fix that by creating a script that generates the alt text. So the image is here, and we're going to write the script for that. All right, so now I'm going to create a new script called alt text. And just as a sanity check, I'm just going to run this script. It doesn't do much, but just to make sure that my setup is ready, and it is ready. You can see that we got a poem in code. So it's configured, and there's a whole bunch of information about configuration. All right, so what you can do is say images and basically send all the files that were passed in the context as images. And here we're going to say generate an alt text description. And in fact, we're just going to take the first one because it usually doesn't make sense to generate an alt text description for many images. For the image. Okay, now when I work on scripts, I like to define a default path. In this case, my Apollo image, and that's just for debugging purposes so that I can run the script without having to select images. So this is our default path. We're putting in the context, and we are asking the LM to generate. All right, let's see. Now let's go and run. And if we look here, we can see that, if we look at the chat section, we'll see the system prompt. And then that's the user message where we have the text. And then here's the image rendered that we sent to the LLM. And then here's the answer. Let's see if we can get the answer. The answer is a shadow of an astronaut projected on a lunar surface with a lunar module in the distance. All right, so that's not too bad. And for example, what we could do here, if you want to save tokens, you could say details low. And what this does, it tells OpenAI to, and there's plenty of other options like this, but details low is one that's supported built in. And now if we run this again, where is it, to trace? You can see that we still have a good quality, but we've paid less tokens. We use less tokens. All right, so what you can do now with the script is, for example, run it on other files. So if So this is one of the screenshots of the video. If I right click on this and I say, I guess I should really move from the other side. I gotta move myself here. Right click here and say run GenAIScript, alt text. Now the context is, you can see the user message. The context is this image. So if you created a reusable script very quickly that you can run pretty much anywhere. Now the next step we can do is, and what I could do now is copy this and, you know, fix the page. All right, so that's roughly the example. You can see we can work with images using this def images flag. And that's going to be the content of this video today. I was actually going to add one more thing, is that now you can take this to the next level by batch converting all the files in the repo. So I'm going to open a new terminal. And I'm going to say npx GenAIScript convert. We're going to apply the alt text script, and then we're going to run that on images /star.jpg and images /star.png. And we're going to add .text to the file name. So this is basically going to run GenAIScript on each file, save the output of the LM into a text file. And so that shows how you can go from a single script running on a single file to applying it massively to a number of files. So it is now going to go, so you can see it's it is running, and is running the next image. And what we end up with is two new files with the text description. If you add, if you tell it to cache things, then things will get faster on the second run, because we'll cache the result unless the image changes or you change model. So it's running again. And now this time around, it should it should not hit the LM. There we go. It has cache hits, so it still has to process the image, but it's running. So that's all for this demo. We went through. So we talked about prompting with images with the def image function, and we also showed how to batch convert that. See you everybody, and see you in the next video.